Did you know that HR software filters your resume before it even reaches an actual human? Did you also know that 70% of all resumes submitted into a company gets rejected by the same software before it even gets considered for a second round of screening? Well, if you want to find the answers to these questions and want to learn how to write a winning resume, this video is for you. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Salman. I'm a tech product and innovation expert based in Bangkok, and I'm currently working as the VP Head of Innovation at one of the global telecom companies here in Thailand. In this channel, I talk about personal transformation and how you can accelerate your life for a better future. In this video, I not only cover how you should write a winning resume, but I will also talk about some of the things you should avoid doing in each one of the sections. So make sure to watch the video till the end for getting a full idea of your do's and don'ts while preparing your resume. With that, let's dive in. The tip number one is to put your LinkedIn profile address in your personal details section. Now, before I talk about why you should do this and how to do it right, let's talk about what you should not do in the first place. I've seen a lot of people sharing their Facebook account information or their address in the personal details sections. Please don't do that. The resume is a professional exchange between you and your potential employer. Even if they do stalk you, and trust me, some employers will run a background check before hiring someone in specific roles, it is not your responsibility or job to invite them to your personal life. Now back to LinkedIn. Not only should you put your LinkedIn address in your profile section under the personal details, you should make sure that your LinkedIn account, your profile, is a complete one. Now that you've applied for the job and it has gone through the first initial screening at the software level, now it's time for a potential employer to go for further screening. If your employer ends up getting your application for the second round of screening and checks your profile only to see you have a photo from your school days or some trip to Thailand and your summary section suggesting you're lost, that will not make the cut. So please make sure to have your LinkedIn profile updated at all times, especially when you are open to opportunities in the market. The tip number two is to get your tags to define you. Now you might be asking, Salman, what the hell is tags? And I've never heard of people telling me about tags, that too in a resume. Let me explain it to you. So first of all, the tags are a very important part of our daily life. We use tags when we are writing a status on social media. We use tags when we're writing a blog post. We use tags in pretty much everywhere, whether it's on the front or in the metadata that we put up on blogs. So what exactly the tags do? The tags help the algorithm to find out certain keywords, which eventually helps the search algorithm to play a big role in discovery of what we want to find when we are searching. Similarly, when the software that is used for screening your resumes, the softwares are looking for particular tags that is relevant to the job that you're applying for. So your responsibility is, when you're applying for a particular job, identify what are the 5 key tags that are very relevant for you in regards to your experience, and it's also what the job is looking for. Put those 5 tags in the top of the primary section of your resume and make sure that it's good so that it's noticeable and is beautifully designed. The way I write my own tags is I think about what are the 5 things that I want to tell my potential recruiter once it gets screened in the first place and then goes to the human screening. The person reading my resume at the very top can get a summary of who I am and what do I have to offer on the table for the particular role with those 5 tags. For example, in this resume, I have used the following 4 tags that can help me well position myself for the role that I'm applying for and the resume that I'm preparing. Tag number 1, product and business leader. Tag number 2, strategic thinker. Tag number 3, digital transformation. And tag number 4, growth hacker. Oh, by the way, however familiar these tags might be to your Instagram hashtags, please don't do that here. Just don't. If you're enjoying these tips so far and want to get more in the coming weeks, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let's keep going. The tip number 3 is to write a concise summary about our career. Now, I've seen a lot of people not even including a summary as part of the resume, which is a big no-no. We just simply write about our personal details and directly jump into going into experiences before even having the chance to give a nice teaser about our career so far. A summary in the resume is a great way for you to give a teaser about your career to the potential employer and not forcing them to read all the way through the resume and get a good idea about who you are as a person. It is also an opportunity for you to show how well articulated you are about your own career and how you can highlight specific areas that is more relevant to the particular job that you're applying. Remember, in every resume, the summary section is always customized based on the position that you're applying. Your summary should be short, inspiring, and not full of any fluffs. You can consider answering the following to write an excellent resume summary. Write about your years of experience, your specialization, your industries and locations you've worked in, and maybe a special soft skill that defines something unique about you that you haven't quite mentioned as part of the details of your resume. Tip number 4 is to write about your achievements instead of your responsibilities. Now, this is again one of the most common mistakes we make while writing our resume. We get so engrossed into our everyday job responsibilities and duties that we forget to highlight about our actual contribution to a potential employer. What we should do rather is to focus on our achievements in each one of the roles that we have held and how we have made a difference in each one of those roles instead of talking about our duties on a day-to-day basis. This is how I will focus on an achievement instead of writing about my duty. For example, let's say I held a product manager role in a company where we were building a digital farming platform. So instead of writing product manager of the digital farming platform, write launched the first digital farming platform in the country and was responsible for growth hacking its market adoption to reach 300,000 users in less than 1 year. Now that is a very clear show of your achievements instead of really talking about what you actually did in the process of your responsibility. Tip number 5 is be measurable. Now this is a continuation of the previous tip where we talked about focusing on your achievements instead of responsibilities. Here, you not only think about achievements, but while writing about your achievements, you focus on something that's measurable. How to do this? Think about a potential evaluator. When an evaluator is looking at your achievements and you're writing some beautifully crafted qualitative words and adjectives, that doesn't quite really give a real picture of your ability to contribute. Instead, if you use numbers or different types of metrics, it gives the evaluators the chance to weigh your potential to contribute in a more tangible manner. So to do this right, for every single career positions you have held and an achievement you want to highlight as part of that, think about what impact you really made while being on that particular role that is worth sharing. Now you might be thinking, Salman, I'm a student or I've worked in some support functions without having any direct business KPI. How am I going to write about my impact or contribution in ways someone in sales or in other organizations would be able to do easily? Well, here's how you do it. It's simple. Let's say you worked in finance and helped with the business case and forecasting for a successful project. You can write, developed and forecasted a growth project for the sales organization that created $10 million in revenue within the first 8 months after the launch. If you want me to help you write better contribution statement by turning your achievements into more measurable statements, write on in the comment sections below so that I can give you a head start. Now the tip number 6 is to prepare your resume to be ATS ready. Now, in the beginning of the video, I mentioned that 70% of all resumes, once they're submitted for a particular job, gets rejected by a software before it even reaches an actual human. And that software, my friend, is called ATS or Application Tracking System. Now, these application tracking systems are used by large companies and also platforms like LinkedIn or many other platforms where you submit for a potential job. Now, what is important for you to understand is that these companies receive thousands of job applications on a daily, monthly basis, and it's extremely difficult for the companies to really go through them all one by one. So what they do is they allow this software to know certain keywords that is important for the particular job and the particular role, which they have already highlighted in the job description of the company, which they want you to recognize and use while you are preparing your resume, which shows if you're paying attention to the keywords and if you really bring in the right incentive for the company to get you to the next part of the screening. So how do you prepare your resume to meet the ATS requirement? Here's a pro tip. So the step number 1 is to read through the JD of the role you're applying for. whether you're reading from the company career page or from the role where it's advertised, like a platform like LinkedIn, go ahead and copy all the text from the job posting itself, end to end. Step number 2 is to go to a word cloud generator. Now, there are plenty of word cloud generators that are free out there. I've kept a link in the description below, so feel free to use that for your help. Now, once you go to the word cloud generator, just paste the text from the job description into the word cloud generator and look for what comes next. As the words you see popping bigger are the words you need to use in your application while writing your cover letter, your summary, and your experience sections to get a positive outcome. Remember, what this word cloud is doing for you is giving you the words that the company mentioned the highest number of times in the job description, showing their specific interest to see certain traits or certain trends on that particular person who is also applying for the particular job. And that brings me to the last tip that will help you write a winning resume and hopefully help you land a great job very soon. And that tip is, do not share your soft skills under the skills section of your resume. You heard me correct. I'm telling you to only write your hard skills instead of the soft skills under the skills section of your resume. Now you must be asking again, Salman, what is wrong with you? Why are you not telling me? Why should I be talking about only hard skills without sharing all the amazing soft skills that I've been told that I'm good at? Like I am passionate, I'm hardworking, I'm trustworthy. What about all of that? I think the simple answer to that question is that you yourself know that it's very difficult to really evaluate someone based on anything that is subjective. If someone's telling you that they are trustworthy, there is not much that you can do to judge whether that statement is true or not without seeing them in action. Similarly, instead of writing about your soft skills, about hardworking and passion and anything of that sort, make sure that when you're writing your experiences and talking about your achievements, you write it in a way that automatically shows that you actually are hardworking, that you actually have the passion to do great work, you actually have amazing problem-solving skills, and you are also trustworthy. So whichever the soft skill that you think is worthy of highlighting about yourself, make sure it's all coming in the description of the experiences and your achievements instead of you forcefully trying someone to convince that you have those as part of your skills. And these are the 7 tips that I can share with you from my own learning experience in life that can help significantly improve your resume writing and hopefully increase your chances of landing your future potential role that you're going to be applying soon. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel for more future videos. If you're also interested to watch another great video that I made recently where I talk about important email writing skills, it can really save you a lot of time and also improve significantly how you can make an impact through email writing. Don't forget to watch that video. With that, I'll see you in the next time. Bye-bye.